Good morning, Sparrows. Hello, morning, Sparrows. Get up. Are you up? Wake up. I am Valerie Miller of T.V.M. This very moment, you have opportunity to change, of course, as well as the Valerie Miller. And I'm bringing you some juice this morning, some juice of inspiration that will soar your day. And what came to my mind was to talk about be as you're becoming. Be as you're becoming. Good morning, Veronica Morris. Be as you are becoming. And I say that because I am being as I'm becoming. Is it scary? Yeah, it is. It's ridiculously scary. However, necessary, because every single day we're changing. We're changing every single day. And sometimes we can embrace the change, and there are times we don't embrace the change. So I'm going to encourage you to embrace your changes. Embrace them. As always, I have a sound of calming or something that's going to keep you focused and just be present every single morning. So as yesterday, we had the crashing waves in the background. Again, today, we've got crashing waves in the background because in my mind, I'm at the beach somewhere, just taking it all in. It's a beautiful day. Honey, it's a gorgeous day. If you open your eyes this morning, then of course, you're amongst it. So say, I'm grateful for today. So every day you have opportunity to become more of who you're supposed to be, right? So as you're getting dressed, as you're heading out the door, good morning, Deborah. Good morning, cuz. As you're getting dressed and you're heading out the door, keep in mind, plant the seed, sip on this. Be who you're becoming every day. Allow it to happen. Embrace it. Embrace it. Just embrace that. Okay? That's all I'm asking of you, to embrace who you are for the very simple fact. It's going to happen anyway. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You can't get around that at all. It's going to happen. Either you do it today or it's going to be accepted tomorrow. And like I said, it's a scary walk sometimes. However, at the same time, it's liberating. It's liberating to become that person that we've had play over and over in our minds, right? We have it, that preview all the time. And what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Ignore it? See how fabulous it is, but don't do anything about it? No, that won't work. That won't work. So do the work that's necessary, although it could be scary. Do the work. Stay true to yourself. Make the sacrifices necessary, because you can do for everybody else. You can do, be. However, you ignore yourself, and that is the ultimate no, Sparrows. Stop ignoring yourself every single day. It doesn't make sense. You have one life to live. When are you going to start living it? Tomorrow may never come. Yesterday has passed. You keep putting off for whatever reasons. So be true to yourself and be as you're becoming every day. It's a beautiful thing. And when I say sacrifices, you will have to make many. I won't lie to you. That I won't do. It's not the easiest thing. However, the most rewarding. It really is the most rewarding. I love you more, Deborah. I do. I do. So that's my juice for today. To plant the seed. And you know how it goes. Once you plant a seed, it's not going to happen overnight. It's never going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time to get there. But when you see that plant, when you see that flower that starts to break ground, when you are noticing that your bud on your favorite flower, for me, Well, I have a couple of favorite flowers, maybe 2 or 3. However, just say the bud on that tulip is opening up. I'm a tulip girl. When the bud on that tulip starts to open up and it gets even more and more beautiful, even with the bud, that break of ground, you get excited. So when you get excited about that, oh my gosh, you see it's happening. All of that work, all of that sacrifice is happening. Now you're that much more liberated. Now you're that much more ready to do more work, to unveil the next thing. What's going to happen next? I'm excited. I am all about becoming. So in your mind, whatever that preview is, be that. Make the adjustments to be that every single day as you push yourself to greater. Do it. Push to greater. Understand that God's not going to put it in your mind if He's not going to bring that to fruition. However, how is He going to do that if you don't believe in it? If you don't believe what you're seeing, if you don't believe it's going to happen, if you don't believe that I have what it takes, if you don't believe anything that goes along with the preview, stick with that preview. You're going to hear me say preview so much because when I tell you what goes on in this head, the things that I see, I'm over the top excited about it. My thing is, good morning, Tisa. My thing is, I've seen too many things come to fruition. Therefore, my belief is all the way up there. It is so up top to the point of where I know it's coming. I don't know when. However, willing to do the work, to make the sacrifices that I have to do and choices that I have to make, whether it's going to be with friends or hang out with friends or go visit or travel or adhere to something that's taken place. I have to say, you know what, guys, I've got to pass. Give me a rain check on that. You know what, I can't do it today. And sometimes, there are some that are understanding, and then there are some that aren't. However, the ones that understand the mission that you're on, that grace walk that you're on, that thing that you're working toward, they get it. And when they get it, they don't push you about it. They support you in it. They support you in it. If you don't have friends that are supporting you with what you're doing, it's time to reassess your relationships with those individuals. You have to surround yourself with the people that can get you there. Your village, your Sparrow squad, because I have Sparrow squads. Whether if you know it or not, coming on here every morning, coming on twice a week, it's that type of a situation to where I have to constantly push myself. And what you guys don't know is you're pushing me to my greater. Do I want to be up at 7 o'clock in the morning? Inspiring? I inspire all day. I motivate all day. I deal with consciousness all day. Doing what I am is what I do. I be as I'm becoming. I am becoming greater. But my inspiration comes from you all. When I get up, every time God layers something new into my life, this is new. I started this last week. But guess what? I roll my butt up. I put on my little toot-toot-toots. And if you see nothing else, you'll see lipstick. Can't promise the hair is going to be done. This is going to be the look for the mornings. This is the look for the mornings. You get all the other stuff when you see me on Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. for my shows, right? It's all about that then. But in the morning, I have to be in my calm space when I wake up. The things that I do in the morning, I want to share those things with you. That is what's happening. That's what's taking place. You hear the waves crashing in the background, or you're going to hear the birds chirping. That's what takes place. After leaving here, I get my juice from you, seeing you in the room, knowing that I've given you some juice to sip on for the day. Guess what? I get up, I put my clothes on or whatever I might be wearing. I head out the door on that morning walk, because on that morning walk, I'm pushing myself to greater. I'm thinking about what else is going to take place today, what I've got to do today, deal with clients today, connecting with new people today, whatever it looks like. being a conscious lifestyle strategist. That's what I do. Good morning, Auntie Edna. Good morning, Demetrius. So great to see you all in the room this morning. Hope you're sipping on your juice as you're taking all of this in. And you know it's going to be a lot of things that you have to let go. Like I said, reassessing your friendships, reassessing the things that you do sometimes, even in the privacy of your home or things that you're accustomed to doing. You may have to make some tweaks because you're becoming the preview. You're becoming your preview. And if you ever get a taste of what that preview feels like, what it looks like, and you get the endorphins release in you, then you've arrived. You've arrived, and you will start encouraging yourself. You know, it's necessary. I'm trying to think of the person that has this song, Encourage Yourself, Speak Over Yourself. And I know it's a gospel artist. For this very moment right here, I cannot think who she is, but she is all the way fabulous, and I love her, so please forgive me. When it comes to me, you know I'm going to burst it out. I'm going to burst it right out, because that's what I do. I can't even help myself. But as the sun is rising outside, I'm getting more and more excited. More and more excited about the day. So many changes have taken place in my personal life, and you're seeing me bloom right before your eyes. Believe it or not, you are seeing this flower, this tulip is starting budding, completely budding over the past year. So I'm only going to share with you things that I know to be fact, things that I know is taking place in my own life, things that I have proof of that has been taking place over time, as we awaken, as we start evolving into ourselves. That preview, it gets greater and greater and greater. And when you can stand on the back side of the stage or sit out in the audience and see yourself blooming, man, Sparrows, let me tell you, it's unbelievable. However, I constantly tell myself, oh my God, Jesus, you did. It's happening. Constantly saying, it's happening. It is happening. Everything that he's shown me, it is happening. So when I start saying it's happening, the juice continues to flow. It keeps coming. I'm that much more motivated. So that's why I say to you, whatever your preview is, allow it to become by you being every day. Be what you see. Be what you feel. Be what you completely understand. Whether if somebody else is encouraging you or not, forget that. Forget that. Forget them. Stay the course and be. Be is powerful. Be is powerful. And there is a quote by Earl Nightingale. I think it's Earl Nightingale that says, we are what we think. We are what we think. And I say that because it's going to be times negativity is going to creep into your own mind. Like, am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? Was that a dream? Girl, stop. You must be out of your mind. You know, those conversations that you will have with yourself to talk you out of doing what you see in the preview. I'm going to let a few waves crash in on that, because I know right here, right now, everyone in the room have had that conversation with self and said, you know what? Why me? What is that about? Seriously, Jesus, I'll say, are you kidding me? All the time. That's the relationship I have with the Lord that I serve. I promise you. Just like I'm talking to you, that's how I talk to him. Well, if you want me to do this, you're going to provide for it. Well, if you want me to do that, you're going to give me what's necessary, because it's not in the natural eye. That's not a part of my equipment that I can physically see right now. However, at the same time, every preview, everything that's been shown for you to do, for you to where you're supposed to go, the walk itself is already in here. We already possess our tools. We possess the speech. We possess the know-how. We possess all of it. Simply believe it. I'm telling you what I know. You already know it. You already know it. That's it. That's right, Auntie. We can do all things with Christ. He strengthens us. All we have to do is believe it. And I have a understanding and a belief that's out of this world. And I tell you, I tell family, and sometimes I share with friends something that Jesus told me or showed me, and they're like, girl, you what? But it's to the point. They know once I see it, it's going down. Move out the way, because I'm going to start preparing myself for what I saw. For what I saw. Because anything you see, you can achieve that if you believe that. And it really is that easy. Where we fall short is when we decide to hold on to where we are today, where we are presently. That's where we fall down, and that's where that doubt kicks in. That's where that, I don't know if this is going to work, or what does these people want to say about me. That's where you go on and say, I don't care. I don't care. And when you say, I don't care, you're becoming. When you're less distracted, you're becoming. That's all that matters. So that's your juice to sip on today. Embrace the changes. Continue to push to greater. Make the changes where necessary. If it means moving somebody out of the way, move them out of the way. If it means you making some reconstructions within you to align with what it is that you saw, do that. Do that. It's going to be ultimately so important for you to jump on board with your preview. Because when you can become while being, just like those waves are crashing, those sounds in the background, that's going to be your blessings coming in. That's going to be your attitude changing. That's going to be you getting in alignment with what you have seen, with every crashing wave coming into shore. That's going to be you coming into yourself. Seriously. Because otherwise I wouldn't be sitting up here doing what I'm doing with the turban, looking like I'm looking. In the morning. I promise you, I am one obedient girl. Nobody could ever say that I'm not an obedient child. Yes, I am. I'm going to do what I have to do. And I had a couple of things to talk about in addition, but I don't think I'm going to bring it up. But the last thing I will share with you is that tomorrow is not promised. Tomorrow is not promised. So your previews that you're seeing, do that. Do it now. Do not procrastinate. The longer you procrastinate, the more doubt has opportunity to creep in. The easier for the enemy to pop in and deter you from what you're supposed to be on. Stay the course. Keep pushing to your greater. Don't let anybody sidetrack you. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Because they don't understand doesn't mean it's not happening for you. It's just not their season. Just like you can support, you deserve to be supported, even if you have to be your own cheerleader. Do what you have to do. And like I said, if you don't have your village, create your village. Create your Sparrow squad. I believe in my squad. You guys are my squad. You are. You give me motivation every single day. I'm hyped right now. I'm over the top right now. And ready to get outside. Because the sooner I can get outside, get my walk in, because I walk 45 minutes to an hour every morning. So once I get up, done with you guys, I'm hitting the walk out here. Because everything that I've been thinking about, trust, is things on the back end. You're going to see programs coming out. You're going to see some excursions coming out. You're going to see all types of events are going to start rolling out. And when they start coming out, then that's going to be my proof to you. The things that is happening. Oh my God, it's happening. Jesus Christ. Big brother, you did it. You told me you would. And that is it. Take your toe, tip it into your sea of terrific, okay? Sip on that all day long. take your toe, tip it into the sea of terrific. And where these quotes come from, they just come. I just speak them. That is it. So that is the juice. Please do now what you see in your preview. Be as you are becoming. I have a young lady that I met a couple of months back. She's had some health situations and literally passed more than once and had been revived and had some health issues. I met her at a luncheon, and a beautiful person, beautiful. And I was speaking, just giving an overview of what I do as a conscious lifestyle strategist and being an author, all of that. So as I am speaking with this young lady after the event, and she told me that she wanted to be an author. She wanted to write about her story, what had happened to her. And I said, well, girl, you can do it. Just motivating her. Go ahead, do it. And she said she was, but she didn't know where to start, right? Here I am, self-published and working on my second book. So I just kind of gave her some tools and some things that, she can do every day. I said, sweetie, just take 15 minutes a day. If you start jotting down 15 minutes every single day, eventually you're going to have a paragraph. Eventually you're going to have a chapter. Eventually you're going to have a finished book. But you can't get to the end period of your book until you start writing it today. I gave her an assignment. I said, when you get home tonight or this afternoon, whenever the time is, write for 15 minutes. But the juice is, once you write for 15 minutes, you can't just stop when you're writing. You can, because you're going to keep going. More is going to pour out of you. You're going to remember this. You're going to remember that. I can be in the zone all day writing. So as I encouraged her to do that, she couldn't stop. She couldn't stop. She called me. I gave her an assignment. Listen, you got to call me by 7 o'clock this evening and tell me how much you've written. She's not working. She can't afford my services. However, I can give her things for free. I'm not going to deny her some guidance because she can't pay me. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to support, encourage, and push you to greater, no matter what it looks like. It's sacrifices. It's not always about that dollar. It's about how you heal hearts and inspire people to become who they were born to be and tell their stories with the world. That's what's important to me. I can't speak for anybody else. Those are my principles that I live by. So this young lady, and she couldn't stop. And after she did that, I said, okay, take your time. You don't have to continue to reach out to me like that. However, touch base with me next month. That's what I said. She called me on June 6th and told me that she had written so many chapters in her book and all of the blessings just by her starting, how she met someone that was going to sponsor her cover, that was going to sponsor her everything she needed to complete her book. She's over the top excited. She's over the top excited. Hi, John. Welcome to the room, everyone I have not said good morning to. Hello, Sparrow. She has been working her tush off. However, a couple of days ago, maybe 3 days now, she fell sick again. She's back in the hospital. Guess what? She passed for a moment. They revived her. Her family found her not breathing. So I received a call on yesterday from her auntie sharing with me that she's in the hospital. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The thing is, she's lost so much oxygen to her brain. They're not looking forward to come through this, but the Lord we serve has the final say. She has her book to finish, and it's things I've encouraged them to say to her, but I know what, in my spirit, I'm not going to rest until I go see her. I've got to go see her because it's something I want to say to her myself. The thing is, I'm saying all of that to you because life changes in moments. It changes in moments. So when are you going to let right now, today, be the day that you launch into yourself? When are you going to do that? Because You can walk out of your house today. Something can happen today to change trajectory of what your scope in life is destined to be. So bring your fruitions now. Bring those previews into life now. Get started now. I promise you, that feeling that comes from the inside, those endorphins, those are, oh my gosh. And when you have a taste of that, like she had a taste of that, she was encouraged to do that. So yes, thank you for the prayers. I'm praying so much for her. However, I said, God, you know what? You have angels that show up in many ways. And to me, that's what she is. She's a testimony. And I feel in my heart she's going to be another testimony, because I feel like she's going to come through this. I do believe it. I believe that. I don't care what the doctors say. I'm believing she's going to pull through. So my sip for you to take away today of this juice is to not procrastinate. Don't wait until whatever follows that to become yourself. Be as you're becoming every single day, because every step you make toward is one step closer you're becoming. And that's all the juice I have. That's all I have this morning. That's it for now. Put a pin in it until this time tomorrow, and then I'll have something else to chat about. So on that note, I want to thank each and every Sparrow for dropping in on, the podcast this morning and listening and being a part of as you journey wherever it is that you're journeying. Just be safe out there. Love on yourself. Be aware. Be present. And be mindful of your becoming. Now, do not wait. Now, if you're having a problem with doing that, call me. That's what I do. Email me. That's what I do. Respond to the comments. Send me a message. Doesn't matter. But it's imperative that you focus on your becoming every single day. Auntie, I'm going to call you in like 5 minutes. And that's about it. So on that note, love without conditions. Always possess a positive attitude. And soar in all you do. Love you, mean it. Smooches.